And these are the questions. Is your pension sustainable? Are there a lot of people putting into the pot for you to take out of the pot? Because we've seen a lot of pensions in the news there's pension deficits. There's not enough people putting in for them people to take out. And it would be a real shame if you're one of the ones that has been putting in for 40 years, 50 years, and then you come to take out and it's been mismanaged or it's not sustainable because there's not enough people putting into it. So is it sustainable? Could it change? Could the terms and conditions change or change again? As James' experience was, it was changing a few times, and again, not for the betterment of the individuals. Is it linked to the stock market? And if it is, are you happy with that? Do you know what it's even invested in? Is it invested in things that are really risky, or is it, get up close and personal with your retirement, with your retirement accounts, your pension, that's going to sustain you and your family for later in life, and find out what these investments are. The other thing is, and this is a term that people might not have heard before, is, are the family benefits sufficient? And by family benefits, we mean, let's say the worst should happen, you've hit retirement and the worst should happen to you as an individual. Does your pension go to your family? Do they get 100% of it? Do they get 10% of it? Or does it all just go back to the pension company? Does it go to the government? Like, what happens? Is because this is about funding your lifestyle, but then your families as well.
You want them protected, don't you? Especially if they're reliant on you for bringing in the wage to pay for the mortgage and pay for the bills.
Which a lot of people now, as housing's very very high, unaffordable for a lot of people, the bank of mum and dad are then helping others out, helping their kids out. So you need to look at the whole picture. Is it on track to pay out what you need it to? I don't think many people, until they get to that 3 to 5 year period before they're due to retire, maybe even know what their pension is due to pay out. So it's really hard to plan your life when there's a lot of question marks, you don't know the answers.
I would say 99% of people have no idea, wouldn't be able to answer any of them questions.
Yeah, I would say so too. What flexibility do you have? Can you do what you want at the other end with your time? Can you take the whole amount out, or are you restricted? Is there only certain things that you can move your pension into? Can you invest in things that you want to? So look at the options. Just a point here, a family member of mine worked for the NHS for all of her working life, came to take a pension, decided that she wanted to work. She's like, I'm fit and healthy and I want to work for a couple of days as well. And the reality is she could take her pension, she could work for a few days a week, but there was a limit on how much she could earn, and she couldn't earn more than she did when she was working full time. So there was some flexibility, but some limitations as well. So they give it you with one hand and they kind of take away your liberties with another, which is disheartening when you've worked all your life and you've worked really hard for that.
We speak to so many people in that position, don't we? Though people that have left work, retired, and then they've had to go back to work too. It's really sad.
Yeah, and not because they want to, like we said before, because they have to.
Yeah.
And lastly, is your pension in your control? Do you feel like you're in the driving seat of something that is going to fund your lifestyle? Because at the end of the day, if you don't take responsibility for it, you're going to get to retirement, and the retirement company just going to say, yeah, well, this is it. This is what you've got. And it's, they're not going to help you out any more than the pot that you've got. So we think people should really look into this, and as soon as possible.
Yeah. The cost of waiting can be very costly. Well, it will be very costly. The sooner you look at it, the better. I've buried my head in the sand many times in the past. I've learned the hard way. So I do understand that. Please, when you watch this, please look at it, do something about it. We used to put together financial plans for families, and we used to type in the numbers and work out, what a family, if they said to us to live comfortably today, they would like to earn £3,000 a month or 5,000 a month, whatever. And we used to work out that, okay, would you like that in 20, 30 years' time then when you retire, that same amount of money? So we used to take the numbers in the system, we used to work out, including inflation, what that £3,000 a month would be in 20 years' time. It might be £5,000 a month or whatever. But it would work out what pot they would need to live a comfortable lifestyle at that age, at retirement. And most families would never meet it. No, I don't think I ever met a family that would ever have a big enough pot to live that lifestyle, to live comfortably, ever.
Yeah, it's sad because then what you have two options at that point. You either increase the pot, which might mean doing different work or extra work or being creative, or you decrease your living standards and you decrease your expectations. And yeah, it's a sad position for people to be in.